This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Well, here we go. It's Sacrifice. It's May 13th, 2007, and Dave Meltzer weighs in. And he says, there isn't a lot to say about TNA Sacrifice pay-per-view show, other than preliminary indications are very few people ordered the show, and it was a hell of a show to miss. All the finishes were relatively...
Does he mean it was a good show or a bad
I'm
show?
thinking that that's what he means, that it was a good show. All of the finishes were relatively clean, other than a convoluted main event finish. That's your match, where they went off the air with Kurt Angle as NWA World Heavyweight Champion, only to reverse themselves on television the next day, because it's TNA. The finish saw Sting have the schoolboy on Christian, and then Angle grabbed the ankle lock on Sting. Sting tapped at the same moment. Ref Rudy Charles counted 3. They announced Angle as the winner and new NWA champion. I have a correction, Dave Meltzer. They did not introduce you as the NWA champion. Jeremy Borash announces you as the new heavyweight champion of the world and does not say the letters NWA, and I have the clip, Kurt, to prove it here in a minute. Okay. I love proving him wrong, Meltzer, that is. So this is the last day the belt would have had the NWA name. Bob Trobich of the NWA, before the show started, made an announcement, not on the air, obviously, but as the release, that the belt had been held up. So Angle will never get to be NWA champion after all, although that probably doesn't mean a whole lot. Again, this is Meltzer's commentary. As fans of the NWA, we would have loved to see you be considered an NWA champion. If they hadn't have done that double submission finish on television to lead up to it being a three-way, the unique finish here would have come across as creative as opposed to cheesy. So before we get to the match itself here, Kurt, the whole NWA pulling out and you not become NWA champion, is that a little bit of a disappointment for you?
Sure.
Yeah.
There are a long list of great champions in the NWA. I wanted to be part of that list, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. And also I want to ask about this three-way match. When you're putting it all together, how difficult is it to do so? Or are the three of you feel like you have a really good game plan coming up with this and this creative finish?
Well, triple threats are a little bit, they're difficult. There's a lot of pre-planning, a lot of memorization, and a lot of timing issues. Because, for the most part, only two guys are wrestling. The other guy's either outside the ring or down selling. And that guy needs to know when his time is, his cue is to come in and join the other wrestlers. And it's just a lot of timing and a lot of memorization.
Do you recall at all, Kurt, who maybe was it all three of you collectively working on it? Or was there one guy that was like, hey, taking the bull by the horns and saying, hey, I think this is how we're going to put this match together. Or I have some ideas. Let's try this. Let's try that. Anything you remember or recall about that process?
Well, the three of us, we all put it together. We all structured the match. But Christian is really good at triple threats and tag matches. So we kind of let him take the lead. He's really good at that stuff.
Ah, that's good. Okay. Well, before we get into Meltzer's notes of how this all went down, this match, because he has some more notes, how exciting, we're going to actually show the video clip and play the audio here for those listening, audio only, of the end of this match, and then we'll get into the review. Here we go.
Superplex, but here comes Angle.
Wow, look out! Oh, man! What an incredible move! As Kurt Angle sends them both flying. Christian takes the front of it.
Angle!
1, 2, got it! No, wait a minute! 1, 2, Christian gets the shoulder up just in time. Christian Cage, the champion, able to fight it off.
And
wow.
as Sting gets to his feet, Angle drops him with the right hand. Attention turned to the champ. Uppercut knocks down Christian.
Oh, look at Kurt Angle right now. It's the crowd getting behind him. They know that's what he came here for. They know that's what his dream was. And now look at him as he's taking the straps off, and he's ready to bring him home.
Measuring him. The second that he gets to his feet, you know he's going to attack. Here comes Angle. Went for the Olympic slam. Christian able to float over.
And he's going for the unturnier. Can he get it turned around? He does, but all of a sudden Angle pushes him off. Nice elbow.
Yeah, you're right. Shoved off into the corner. Contact made. Sting exchange with Angle. Christian on top. Angle to the corner. drops down, crotches Christian up on the top, and there goes.
Oh, look at that. He just sent him right into Christian Cage, right into the gut. Now he's going to send Angle right back. Oh, my gosh. He crushed Christian's head.
Stinger splash in the corner. Here comes the Scorpion death drop.
He's got it, Sting. 1, 2.
Oh, no.
Christian Cage couldn't let it happen.
Damn, he pulled the referee out of the ring. Sting was going to go for the pin there on Angle. And referee Rudy Charles pulled out by Christian, who conveniently lands on top of him.
Wow, how close was that? So close. Sting is ticked off. He knows he may have just gotten robbed by Christian Cage. Christian Cage still doing everything he can to keep that title.
Scorpion submission, but no, it's blocked by Angle into the ankle lock.
He's got him blind, and he's got it locked in, and now he's to his feet. And you can see Christian Cage knowing what can happen. He can't afford for Sting to step out. Wait a minute, he's got it. He's got a bolt. He's got a bolt at the ankle lock.
You're right. One leg of Sting, one leg of Christian. Both of the ankle lock, and they teamed together.
It was desperation move. They had to team together because the pain was getting too much. They looked each other eye to eye, and they knew what they had to do, and that's just what it means to win this world championship.
That was the key to survival for both of them. There goes Sting powering Christian down to the mat.
And the authority that he brought him down there was unbelievable with Sting. Now looking for a referee. He knows he's close, and there's Rudy Charles still. And now he's kind of coming to, and Sting's got to get him up, and he's got to get him back in. But he's got to do it quickly.
Sting, you're right, Don. Grabbing Rudy Charles by the referee's shirt to bring him back in. But when he turns around, Christian connects with the low blow.
Oh, and you almost don't blame him, and now he's going to set him up for the unprettier.
Not this.
He can get it turned around. This is going to be it. Can he do it? Oh, no, Sting fights it all. He's got him.
Got the pin, but the referee's down.
Oh, you can see right there, Kurt Angle's in, and you got the pin right there. And they're looking in. The Angle's got the angle on. Oh, he's tapped out. He's tapped out. What just happened? Kurt Angle just won the world championship.
The ankle lock of the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle gives him the title. But to me, Don, it looked like a dead heat. I think Sting got the match.
And new heavyweight champion of the world, Kurt Angle.
Never said the word letters NWA. So there you go.
He didn't. You're right.
All right, Kurt. Well, there it was. So you kind of understand what he's talking about with you had that kind of convoluted finish already. And then
it was too identical to the double ankle lock with AJ. So I do understand that. It could come across a little bit hokey if you do it twice in a row.
Yeah. So let's I'm going to read his official final notes. He said, Kurt Angle appeared to win the three-way and what was billed as the final NWA World Heavyweight title match in TNA over champ Christian Cage and Sting. This match in its entirety went 10 minutes, 45 seconds. Cage played the role again where he tried to be the instigator of Sting and Angle going after each other. At times, they both threw Christian out of the ring and started beating on each other. It was shorter than you'd probably want a world title match to be, but the match itself was good and could have been one of the better matches on the show if they had a better finish and more time. Those are the two key pieces. Angle laid out Sting with an Olympic slam on the floor and then gave Christian 8 straight German suplexes. We didn't show that part. My goodness, what a machine.
That's brain damage.
Exactly. Sting threw Angle out of the ring to try for a pin, but Christian kicked out. Sting went to give Christian a superplex, but Angle came underneath Sting and gave him a German with Sting on the middle rope and Christian going flying. We did see that here. Rudy Charles went down. Who could have ever seen that one coming? Angle then got on. This is exactly what Meltzer said. Angle then got ankle locks on both Sting and Christian at the same time. That was a fun little spot. Had you done that one before?
I've done it a couple of other times.
Okay.
Very rarely.
Yep. Yeah. I don't remember seeing it that often. Angle tried to check on the ref. Sting gave Christian a Uranagi. Christian gave Sting a low blow and an unprettier. Sting then caught Christian with a schoolboy. And while doing so, Angle put Sting in the ankle lock. Sting pinned Christian at the same time. Sting tapped to Angle. There we go. The crazy finish. They announced and went off the air with Angle as the champion, but was held up the next day at television. He still gave it 3.25 stars. He refuses to give you anything less than at least 3 stars, Kurt Angle, because Dave Meltzer loves him some Kurt Angle.
I don't believe it, but that's really cool that he does.
He always rates you high. So there you go. You finally get a title win in TNA, and then it's taken right back from you the next day on TV, brother. Does that matter to you personally, or what are your thoughts on it?
No, I just don't know what the holdup was.
Yeah.
Why they were doing this and why they were pushing off me getting the title. I don't know if it had anything to do with the NWA World Heavyweight Championship or the, going, altercating into the TNA World Heavyweight title, and they wanted to hold off a little bit longer. I have no idea why they did this, but I knew eventually I needed the title to help the company.
Well, we see Rudy Charles. He bumps all over the place again in this match. Do you think that referee bumps were just way overdone in TNA?
Yeah, I do. The problem with the company is, the wrestlers would structure the matches and they would present the matches to the agents. So the agents wouldn't hear everything in the match. They would just hear, I'm going to shine. Then there's the heat, there's a comeback, and this is the finish. And they wouldn't tell the agents that they had ref bumps. So there were a lot of ref bumps, more than what should have been done in each show. There should be 1 ref bump per show, but in TNA, there'd be 2 or 3, maybe even sometimes 4, which is ridiculous.
Back then, the refs were flip-flopping and flying throughout the matches. Oh my goodness. Well, did you think, and I think this is kind of a dumb question, so I'm not even going to ask it, because it's, hey, do you think you need to be champion to continue to push the company forward? In my mind and a fan's mind, yes, you should be champion at this point if they really wanted you to be pushing TNA, the brand, forward. It just made sense, right?
Yeah, to make the brand bigger, more popular. Yeah, put the title on me, have me make a lot of talent, not necessarily lose to them, but put them over by giving them a percentage of the match and shining them. And that was my job. That's why I came to TNA, is to make a bunch of talent.
Yeah, you got to think as a younger company or a company that's trying to grow, if you have an established face and brand that is recognized worldwide. Kurt, let's put it that way. You are a worldwide star because of not only what you've done in the Olympics, but what you did with the WWE at that point. Having your face everywhere as the champion, that's a big deal. That's the way you think they should be operating. So
it is a big deal, and that would have helped the company definitely.
Yeah, and you already answered the question. Would have you liked to be an NWA champion? And I know eventually you're going to be the TNA champion. But again, NWA is a brand that is now back. And you've said, hey, Harley Race, Ric Flair, so many others. That would have been cool for you.
But let me point something out. Being the NWA World Heavyweight Champion in TNA, eventually TNA had to come up with their own world title. They needed their own identity. So it had to happen eventually. And I wasn't surprised it happened then.
Okay.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.